Vancouver police have struck a new anti-gang task force, a team it says will get in the faces of the city's gang members. The move came as 2 more people were shot dead in the city today. As Chris Brown reports, critics say the plan does not go far enough, that gang activity is happening beyond Vancouver's borders, and it's getting worse.
In what of late has been a regular roll call of death, 2 men driving a Mercedes were boxed in by 2 SUVs and then sprayed with bullets. The 3rd and 4th execution-style murders in Vancouver this week.
What we believe happened right now is that a passenger came out of one of the SUVs and opened fire through the passenger window of the Mercedes, killing both occupants.
It's absolute madness.
So, with bullets flying on busy streets, at restaurants, and in wealthy neighborhoods, police asserted today they are not losing control. There will be a new task force, said the deputy chief, to take the fight to the gangsters' front doors.
The task force will be very much an in-your-face style of task force. It will be a confronting people who are gangsters who are moving about our streets. We'll be checking on where they live.
There are grave doubts, though, that a reorganized effort by Vancouver police can put a dent in a massive gang presence in BC's Lower Mainland. Some 129 different criminal organizations moving drugs and weapons easily across many police jurisdictions and exploiting those divisions. This Manitoba law professor has studied anti-gang efforts in Canada and says friction between the Mounties and municipal forces doesn't help.
Everybody is concerned about the big red machine, which is the RCMP, and they overtake everybody. And they bring in their Ottawa policy, and it's just, but they have the resources, but they say, okay, we're going to bring in all the resources, but you got to follow our policy. You got to follow what we say.
I think we are properly organized to deal with these kinds of criminal activity.
Meanwhile, on a tour of eastern BC, the Prime Minister said his government's crime bill, which includes mandatory jail terms for gun crimes, will give police additional tools.
Then move on with a series of additional measures we need to take to deal with gun, gang, and drug violence, because this is only the beginning of the measures that need to be taken to toughen up the criminal justice system.
As for what's triggered such extreme violence now, police believe many of the shootings, in fact, are not related. Different gangs settling scores with one another over issues many people would consider trivial, like insults or fights over girlfriends. Whatever the case, those with guns aren't hesitating to use them. Chris Brown, CBC News, Vancouver.